Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of our installation of our header and converter installation. So we're going to go ahead and finish up the header installation portion of it. So part 1 you saw the converter go in, all the transmission and transfer case get pulled out. Y-pipe was also pulled out. When we pulled that off, we also went ahead and pulled off, I think it was 4 or 5 nuts off the studs from the headers or from the stock manifold. So it's just easier for us to do that. So if you're not pulling off the transmission, it might take a little more work to get those off. But since we had that off, we went ahead and pulled all that stuff off. So now we're going to go ahead and get to the actual header installation. And let's see here, what else we got? I think that's it. Oh, and the transmission or motor cross member portion from Speed Engineering. I think we're going to install that as well, which is going to go right here. So we're going to install the new 2-wheeler Speed Engineering piece, kind of like what we did with the transfer case. So here we saved half the weight, so this is about 7 pounds, stock is about 14, so shaved off half the weight just on replacing on that. So a little bit extra weight that we went ahead and removed from the truck. So any weight is better than no weight. So let's go ahead and get back to the installation of the headers.
The one that's, you got those two, that one, because of that bracket right there, it's like a socket U-joint ratchet.
Oh, okay, I see.
And that's the one, like, that was maybe there's one in front of that one that's the problem child. But you could.
All right, guys. So next thing you're going to have to do is take out the motor mount bolts. So you're going to have obviously 2, right there. And on this one, you're going to take the starter out because you cannot pull the bolt out without the starter being taken off. So should have left that off in the previous video, but we'll take it off again, no big deal, and get to work.
It's going to have to come loose with a ratchet. The problem is it flexes everywhere I can. Hey. One is better than none.
There's one bolt out.
Yeah, see, there's Loctite up to where they know it's going to stop. Here's 8. To get that heat shield, I think there's one more in it too on the side. I don't remember exactly.
All right, so we got an 8mm on the heat shield on the passenger side.
You can see the 3 pinches, and that makes it stick to the stud so it won't vibrate loose or whatever. So what we're going to do is take a tap and run it through every one of these, and that way we can thread them in with our hand when we put the headers back on, because I'm going to leave the factory studs in place.
Okay. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm trying to get the heat shield out.
So I don't like to push on this. I have pushed on it.
Alright, so we got the other motor mount bolt pulled out. We are raising up the motor, as you can see, and now we're going to pull out the heat shield.
When you do this, watch these, because they'll like flap around and it's, this one's more of a puck. and this has these rubber flaps.
Oh, okay. I see.
And that thing will get all stupid, and it go to go down, and it'll be pinching it, and it'll get all weird.
Okay.
You know, I don't know what its purpose is, but see how it did it drop down?
Yeah.
They'll keep going up and get all in your way. See how that comes out when you do it right?
Yep.
These aren't going back on, obviously.
Yeah, heat shield is not going to be reused. All I can say right now is that anyone doing this on the ground, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll pay to watch.
Yeah.
I'll just sit there and watch, and you suffer. That's what it's going to be. So there's two here, away from the front, and then there's one up in the hole there. So basically, what these are, there's matching.
Okay. So we got 4 more nuts left on the header studs, and then we can pull out the passenger side header.
I never can remember the configuration that fits and goes in and all that. I always use a swivel head wrench, but sometimes you just stick it in there and you're there. But like that guy there, boom, done home after. So, and this here, we get from here with this now, the heat shield one. Stay on. I'm really trying to round off all your crap.
Oh, we've got stage 8 locking header bolts that we can
Yeah, worst case scenario. Yeah, see, that's not that one. I think that's the one that I'll put this on there with the U-joint, and I'll get that from the top.
Okay.
I'll say from the top, from the wheel.
From the wheel well, okay. So there's one that he's got to get from the wheel well. It's that far back one or forward one, whichever way you're facing, I guess.
Or so I claim. I may be back up and down trying to figure out how I did it. Each time seems like another adventure.
A different way.
You would think after so many, it's like doing an F-bite or something. You've done so many. I'm not doing it. This is just laziness with this thing, but oh, that I'm like, dang it! You all you do is pull the trigger. Oh, look at that! See if that finger aren't having anything. All right, so I got the one way up there, and then there's, I think we got the 3 across the top now, so that should be it. Now, I don't think it's gettable with normal stuff from here, so we'll go from the top down. So we get over here, I got one more bolt to take out of this guy to get the heat shield off so we can get the rest of it. So I got that one, and then I got that one there. There's one behind the dipstick that I didn't get yet, but we're going to be taking that dipstick off anyway.
Okay.
And just so I know, the headers are interesting with that.
Okay.
It does go back on. What happens is it comes up and it's got a T with 2 bolts to the valve cover. One of those doesn't go in. Well, I say that. I haven't put both of them in, and the reason is one goes in, like you can just drop it in and kind of falls on it, but it kind of twists the stick a little. You can mash it down on it, but it puts the pipe hard up against the header.
Okay.
I'd rather it not touch the header.
Yeah.
If one bolt doesn't hold the dipstick, you're using the dipstick. Maybe I can. It comes right out.
There we go.
After only an hour.
Look how easy that is.
Yeah, on the ground.
Everyone can do this at home, no problem on the ground.
Excuse me, on 911. The aluminum won't cut through the bar, so. But, you know, what do I know? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I know I was an iron worker for a long time. I just literally go like that. And that should be enough.
right, so there you go. As you saw, we slightly bent the AC line slightly out of the way. Not a lot, just like slight tweak to get the header in there.
Like he's looking for a reason to complain here. But yeah, I thought it was funny. That ceiling's up there leaking, that roof is leaking, I'm just laughing. Do you honestly think this is funny? Oh yeah. Yeah, this is hilarious. Okay. Maybe Kooks did it with the motor out. Okay, there we go. Slide in, yeah, a little bit. Hook onto the stud. Oh, so dangerously close. This one stud right here. If I can go up a millimeter. Oh, I heard it. It's that one stud right there. Low in the front. Okay. Another view, perhaps. Yeah, that's the. I think I need to maybe move the AC a little bit more. On that for me one time. Let's see if I interesting. It's so ridiculously close. Let's loosen up again. So easy.
So easy, everyone can do it.
Yeah, do that on the ground.
Yeah, screw that.
No, it's definitely screw
All right, as y'all saw, you just gotta wiggle it in to get it in, fit it in, but you're gonna have to lift this motor. There's no way to get this thing in there without lifting the motor up.
Now, if you didn't have any bolts in there, you probably should. And if I remember right, on the last stuff, especially when it's going to make so much more heat.
Yeah.
Your boosted application, turbo, blower, or whatever, you're making more exhaust heat than you would if you were an LED.
All right, guys, so there you go. So you can reuse the stock manifold gaskets, or if it came with a good set of gaskets like Kooks has, you can use those. Either way, that's fine, but there are some...
It's not too late. If you want to put those on, I'll take this back off.
If those are reusable, those are fine.
No.
I just wanted to make sure for the viewers that they knew.
Every single truck I've done still has the stock gaskets on.
Okay.
Every truck.
So, but yeah, just reuse the stock gaskets. Probably make your life easier anyways. Alright guys, so as you can see, the Kooks has plenty of room, does not touch anything, so we got some good clearance there.
For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this all back down through the other side. Start taking the dipstick out and doing all there's a couple of those that come out from the top. Just start on the side. Again, you want to watch this thing, and there's another one of those wheels in the front. That little rubber, it's a whole little shroud that goes over that.
Okay.
I want to make sure it's not getting deformed. And then it does this sometimes.
Alright guys, so on the driver's side, same thing, 8mm, take off the heat shield. There's going to be how many bolts?
There's two left. I took one off from underneath at the back, very back top. There's one, and then there's one. You just kind of peek at it right there.
Okay.
And then there's one straight down where that.
Okay, so there's.
You can just follow the column down. Literally stick it in the column, follow it down when you hit the heat shield. It's right there.
Okay, so there's two left on top.
Angle too, so make sure your socket is on that flat. Or stink. They've got the Teflon red crap in them. I guess they think we'll do it from the bottom again. Shove it out. Like that.
There we go. And pulling from the bottom, and the dipstick tube is out. So. Alright guys, there you go. As you can see right here, dipstick pull has been pulled out to gain clearance for manifold removal and header install.
So, let's get that. I can pivot. Yeah. And you jangle it out of there.
There you go.
Yeah, look at the shape on that guy there. That's interesting at best. I'm trying to buy this. This was a long time ago. He's got a different one now, but we just twin turbo or whatever. But yeah, that thing, that scared the bejesus out of me. Okay. And it's still the same shape. Wasn't racing us. You kind of curved them around until they're out.
Oh, yeah, that works.
They came out, you know. I don't know how good it was for them. At the time, I didn't care. I don't think I took either one of these times. I don't remember taking it. Okay, so I need that one. Go down here, and that one. I think that is the one that there's a giant pain in the butt, but from here I might be able to get it now. Because it's like a socket and you come in between here. You know, so it's like socket, literally, and all our U-joints of course are this big around because their impact joints are a little bit.
So we got this lower bolt there still left and some upper bolts. Got to get those off and then the manifold come out.
You were suffering before, you were suffering again. I don't know that I can get it from here. I wish that little ramp over here. That's the one that makes this whole job dirty.
All right, so if you can see that little heat shield on the motor mount is what makes that lower bolt a little difficult. All right, guys, so you're going to have to remove your intake manifold to get to a couple of those header bolts.
There's one. And then one right here you can just look right at real easy. That doesn't mean this guy can get it, but then we'll stop before I get stuck on that one. Some kind of special shit. If he doesn't get stuck under the steering, we'll be lucky. Let's see what happens. Because we're stupid, we're going to do it anyway. You know, we're probably going to screw up, but it worked.
All right, guys, welcome to my first addendum to a video. So I'm currently doing the editing for the header video, and I apologize for the lost video for the driver's side. Nothing I could do on that, nothing I could recover. But I wanted to go ahead and put this out while I was doing it, something that I had to do after the fact. So I'm going to put this in the middle of the video to where it led up to this point. But there is a heat shield on the driver's side that if you have a four-wheel drive vehicle, it's going to come in contact with your front drive shaft. So remove that. So as you can see here, I cut the heat shield there after the fact. So I didn't notice it until after it, and then I had to get a pry bar in here, pull it down and clearance it from hitting the header. It's got a small gap in there, it's not hitting anymore. But if it were me, I would just go ahead and remove that completely. That way you don't even have to deal with it. So once you get the actual stock exhaust manifold out, remove this heat shield, especially if you have a four-wheel drive. It's just gonna make life a lot easier. And then the heat shield that's on the motor mount, either dent in or remove while the exhaust manifold is out. So let's get back to the video.
There we go. Okay, that's not high enough then. It's too heavy. It's good. Got a big dent where that thing was hitting. On that side, it seems like we have like way more room.
Hey, look at that.
I picked him up.
Oh, I just dropped him. Hold on. There you go.
I put him down here.
No, because he's videoing. Sorry. They hit me with copyright every single time there's music in it. And then
Head shot it over.
and then I get demonetized.
No. They don't extra monetize ever, right?
No, they only
D.
demonetize.
We're going to take it away. We're not going to ever give you anything more, but we'll strip you to the bone.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Off the truck real quick.
There she goes. Now. Little finger flicker. It's that third one. See that one?
Yeah.
That you can see, and that's all you get.
That looks like a big pain in the butt.
It's not fun at all.
Oh yeah, the primary is right in front of it, huh?
Yeah, and they're all going to go through the wheel well, I do believe. But if you set it back down, if all goes well, it'll just slide right back over. A little bit late. So I went like this, and I went clunk. Come on, Chinese cables. Okay, we shouldn't have to do any of that anymore. This can go. That's actually. We may do some.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like that might need to remove it because now it's sitting on the.
It's touching it.
Yep.
Bolt threads. That's where we go. But yeah, we may have to get a pry bar. Adjust that a little. It's touching over here too. It looks like right there. It is right where that hump is. It looks like it's. No, there's a little something in between there. Not much. Right where that pipe is kinked, right there, it's touching. But else it makes a light supercharger. Lighter supercharger. Okay. I have to keep putting them on until all these are gone. I'm just doing the easy ones now. I probably should have saved them for last, but you know. Yeah, I don't know how they can make the supercharger lighter.
What's his name? Wade is.
He put the, all I need now is a carbon fiber bed and some doors and just slip them on there without anything going. Paint everything, put the door panels on. Where'd you get manual windows on one of these? Oh, Canadian. The Australian version. They don't have AC or anything else. Just enough to suck it together so it's not loose. Because I want to start in the middle and
put it
work
in
out.
his,
You know what I mean?
and it's like night and day difference.
This guy here, it's into the tube, and this one won't let me on either. So we're going to loosen and pull down, and we'll have to put those on as we go. Remember how I talked about? Sorry. See if they're very close to the tree. So we're going to let that out.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so we got.
We'll have to let it slide down, and then put the nuts on it, and as you go.
Okay.
Two of them.
Okay. So we got two nuts that are too close to the primary, so we're going to loosen it and then basically feed the nuts back onto the stud and then sandwich the header onto the head.
The other header is one pipe that does it. When you tighten it, it points right at the tube. This one does too, but it's directly at it. You have to open and wrench it over and all that stuff.
Okay.
These are going to be the same way. Those two, I'll take everything else loose and let it hang. We'll let it back down, and then start doing those two. Put those on, start threading them, and those will suck the header up to the deal, and then we'll put all the other ones.
Okay.
I don't think we have to take them off. I hope we don't have to take it all the way off. This one wasn't that bad to put on as the other one, but I think if we loosen it and let it hang, those toppers will go. And it could be a thing where we have to take the stud all the way off. That's enough for now. I'm just going to take that down. See you.
No, she was like, put the house in the thing again.
On a very bitter edge. Okay. That's all three of the bottom ones. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that one can come a couple more turns. Yeah. That's on the edge. That one on the edge. Okay. All right, let's try that. All I really needed was for it to tilt more than anything else. Get off. And if we have to pull a stud, put a bolt in.
That one go? Nice.
I wonder if that is going to be in the way, actually. Like it's going to hit the pipe. Let's see what we can hold up and see what it looks like. So, can't really wiggle it how I want to.
There we go. Throw that mud on the floor. Hey, baby, on Adam?
Yeah.
Oh, Adam. Touch can?
Got there.
Okay.
This on the top. This little beauty.
You just put cans, lines, fittings.
Is not made the same as the other, so not now.
All right, guys. So on the dipstick tube, we did have to take the steering shaft apart to get the dipstick tube to fit. You will have to bend and move all that stuff around to get that to fit properly. It's not going to go back in the same way it came out.
Just me. Go in there easier. I wonder if we need to put that. We should be able to wiggle that on. Bag El Plenty. for those. Alright. I just want that on and a little bit wiggly. V-band somewhere or clamp?
Yes.
Not a V-band, but a band clamp.
Yeah.
We may have to use those extenders. Not if the right ones or any of that, but we will see. Maybe this thing will fall right in. Maybe not. Okay. Maybe you gotta come from the other way. Flip in between, right? Yep. Maybe. Roll it in. No. All right. Try like this again, but with it. Well, how we're gonna get it past that.
Work it.
Go back a little bit more.
Take this loose and let it swing down. And we'll put it together.
Twist and push. There for now. This, back anything. Okay, yeah, this has to go. Go over that way. That's it. Huh? Wait.
These, I bought 2 sets 'cause I didn't know which one was what.
No, I'm talking about the wire. Nope,
Oh.
because it's like a.
Yeah, those were some extra ones I just had laying around.
I
I didn't know if they were universal or not, honestly.
Well, that's not to say they're not. Depends on what the. I don't think these O2s are going to fit them. Now, if there's a set of O2s with them that are compatible, see that would be a problem. I'm trying to kind of keep this so we can get some bolts. That.
They are more though, Billy.
Huh?
Now that it's straight, it did make a difference.
Did it? Alright guys, so for the Kooks long tubes and Y-pipe, they do provide you with bolts for the collectors. However, they do not provide you a set of bolts long enough for the collector at the Y-pipe at the exhaust system, so you're going to have to source something yourself.
Okay. In theory. Okay, you go. Snuggy snell a little bit. Just not to put tension.
And then Fluka.
Hey, look at that.
Imagine that. So we got that guy. Dude, that guy.
And
Smaller is it?
It's pretty much smaller. At 875/50.
A third of an inch.
Yeah.
All of it.
so we are doing a pulley change while we do the headers.
Why don't we just all of it? Just everything
pretty
that
much
we
everything's
can do.
done.
Everything we can do, we're doing.
Yeah, I think everything will be pretty much done after this. So in the video, I'm not sure if I put the booster pump in there. Well, we also installed a booster pump as well, just FYI. So that's in the truck as well. It's from
The booster
Lethal.
pump went on so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was literally
Forgot that you
plug
did.
and play.
Could not.
There was 2 ears to cut off or 4, and that was it.
Yeah. We use who is it?
Lethal.
Lethal.
It was their Fuel Plus booster pump, I think is what it's called, I believe.
Yeah, Ford knows.
Yeah.
You really can't ask for easier.
No, that was super easy.
Everything happens right there. No wires, no cutting, no chopping.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if like people would like it where I put it, but I have no problems with it there.
It's epoxy, isn't it? Isn't it potted in the
It is
case?
not. I don't. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is not water resistant.
It's out of
Yeah, but if you get water on top of the tank, it's because you're backing your boat in too far.
Yeah, you submerged it.
Yeah, that's thigh high. So if you're higher than that in water, your feet are already wet and the motor's already full. Only has 4 in it?
5.
So a little bit longer, or a touch shorter?
Shorter, yeah. We could see if it'll go on. I don't think so.
I keep feeling for that flash on. I keep leaving it over there. Let's see. I don't know why. It is pretty good bit shorter.
Let's see how much shorter. You ready?
Oh, look at it.
The
blue does look good, I
transmission
gotta say.
fluid and go rip on it?
Test, you mean?
No.
Right.
Rip on it.
How many RPMs does it have?
Don't get freaking smoked by the twin turbo. Just saying. She feels pretty rowdy right now.
You just put a smaller pulley on. You're calling people out.
Dude, he did long tubes, converter, and a pulley.
It's a lot.
You've got a converter.
He
You don't need
for
long
real.
tubes,
It
you
should
have
be like
converter.
it should be 100 horsepower.
It'll feel like 100.
We
The converter alone is worth 2/10.
We went
Yeah.
3.375 smaller on the pulley. So that's, I want to say 4 pounds.
Was what making before?
I don't even
We
know.
don't know. We don't have boost gauges.
Yeah.
I just
I
put,
do.
yeah, I just put that Banks in there, and I haven't gone full throttle with it to see what
It's
the
gonna
boost
show?
gauge. Oh yeah, it has the boost gauge on
sweet.
there. Yeah,
Oh yeah, we gotta see
Well,
that.
then
Yeah.
we'll know.
Yeah, because I do want to know
It's going
that.
up.
yeah. We'll know now. I don't
Yeah.
know
Do we have enough
previously.
fluid for all this?
All right, guys. So here is everything basically done. We've got the torque converter installed. We've got the Kooks long tubes installed with the Corsa exhaust that goes out the side. Y-pipe is installed. Everything clears. Kooks puts an O2 sensor bung right underneath the transmission, so you don't need any defowlers to angle them in any kind of way. And then the other one also fits in the rear. I'll watch to make sure no cells come on, but that's pretty much it for that. So you will need to buy some hardware for this connection here. All the rest of this stuff comes with the truck or with the headers. And then we also installed a 355 pulley that we got from Pickle. And got a new belt coming as well, so I'll have a part number for that, but we don't have that installed yet. Going to install some more trans fluid since we did a converter install, so you will need to top off your trans fluid as well, so don't forget to do that. So we did a lot, so torque converter, headers, and a pulley, and then also the inner chiller a couple weeks ago. So that's what we've done today. So we're going to keep chugging along, and then we'll do a startup video, and then hopefully a dyno video later on. All right, guys. So we're gonna get it started. So we first start with the headers on there to get the trans warm, so we can see what the trans fluid level is going to be at. So we're gonna do a quick little start here and get it up to temp.
You want to open the door now?
Nah, I'm just gonna start it and let it suck it up.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that's super loud now.
Everyone's gonna hear it. Hey, I'm gonna hear a little bit.
All right, guys, we are in the truck. Everything is done. We're gonna go take it for a test drive with a draggy, see what it'll do, see if it picks anything up. Feel like it does.
It's like, it's cool, but the DA is only 17. It's like we're in between that cool and about to get hot. Go to the left.
Nice thing is that I have an inner chiller, and so it doesn't matter what the DA is.
Yes, sir.
And as y'all can probably hear, it's extremely freaking loud. In fact, fuck that.
Windows up. I agree with the windows up.
All right, so Kooks long tubes with cats and a Corsa, still loud AF.
It's crazy how much it changed. Like the, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean those stock cats must muffle that down a lot.
Like a lot, a lot.
I think roasted the
You're
fucking tires.
Blowing tires. It was a 217.60. I think you're like in my territory again, where you're gonna have to do a burnout.
Shit. That was fucking fun. Holy shit. Did I?
It gets it though. Like once it starts pulling, it starts pulling. Yeah, I got it all though, but yeah. I'm not gonna see it.
All right, guys. So pulley, converter, and long tubes, 4-wheel drive. You're gonna roast the fucking tires off. That was insane.
Probably all four.
Yeah. Like I was just sitting there, just like, okay, nothing I can do.
For the ride. Once it grabbed though, it starts digging.
Yeah. Holy shit. All right, guys, this is gonna do it for part 2 of our header installation video. So as you saw, we just brought it out to the street in Mexico and sit there, and we pretty much just burnt the tires off. So obviously we put down quite a bit more power than stock. So again, torque converter, long tube headers with Kooks, or from Kooks with our green cats, and a 3.5 pulley as well. So we did pulley it as well. So, and you'll see that in the video as well. So we'll need to get it dynoed, see what it puts down, and actually get to the track with some good prep. So now this thing is actually going to be able to use these tires that it has. So hopefully we can get better time. So that'll do it for this episode. So if you would, please go ahead and subscribe, hit that like and notification bell, share this out to everyone you know. Until next time, check you later.